let's say you're a small company, owner's done a lot of the selling him or herself, and now they're going to replace themselves with a salesperson. Or maybe you have a salesperson that's not working out and you need a new one. What are the kind of main attributes that you're looking for in a good, solid sales person? I mean,
Yeah.
when you're trying to put that together, what would you tell people?
Oh man, you could probably write a whole book on that,
Yeah, there have
on
been
that
lots of
alone.
books written on it.
Yeah, there's a lot of books written on that. But if I was going to say one thing, um, I would definitely ask them to sell you something. Now it's funny because I always hate it when people talk about salespeople. They say, "Hey,
Mhm.
look at this movie, that movie, where this salesperson's a complete liar and this one's
Yeah,
a fraud." And
yeah,
so I hate the sell me a pen analogy. It drives me insane. But
yeah.
uh, personally, I find when I ask them to sell me whatever they were selling before,
Mhm,
from their context, I can tell them who am I, what kind of customer am I.
mhm,
If we go through that kind of scenario and you see their thought process,
mhm.
how they go about it, that usually tells you right away if they're a good salesperson or not. I've had many
Yeah,
people say I can't do it.
yeah.
And I was like, well, if you can't do it now, I don't think you're going to be able to
Yeah,
uh,
that's a great point, and
do it
I
for
like
me.
that approach because if they are currently selling for another company, then even if they don't do it really well because they're on the spot or they weren't anticipating doing it or nervous or something, at least in a sort of semi-failed way, they're going to reveal their methodology behind how do they approach a sale. And if you the interviewer, the person who's potentially going to have to manage the salesperson and know anything about sales, you want to know, do they have a pedigree for understanding how to go about prospecting, how to find new leads on their own if they need to, how to get into actually how they put the sale together, how they approach proposals, assuming because I think a lot of times you want to hire a good salesperson for your company, you want to hire from other companies that are selling maybe not your product or competitor's product, but a similar type of sale. If it's a service sale, then you want someone who's sold a service. If it's a
Yeah.
product internally, you want someone who sold a product. So if you know anything about sales and you are interviewing this person, you're going to be able to, I think through that method, you're going to be able to pick up some of the things that they already know, and you'll try to figure out, well, where do they land in terms of how far we need to bring them.
Yep. Big time. And they'll always say, well, I'll do the presentation. I said, well, give me, just quick 2-minute presentation. Like don't
Mhm,
don't give me the whole thing.
mhm,
And then what's the next step? What's the next step? And then at the end, I always say no 3 times.
mhm.
And then if they make it through 3 times, I'm nice enough and say, okay, yes, I'll buy it right now.